Oh yeah. Hold up. Let me get to it. And
We're live.
hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Mostly Football. Tonight, the guys and I, we're talking UFC, we're talking NBA, and this voice is hard to do.
You should probably stop before you kill yourself.
Nate, take it over.
He's not taking over anything. You should probably stop before you die.
And we're talking Kentucky Derby. Welcome to Mostly Football.
So random.
Guys, I might be done doing that voice. We'll see.
I
Thank
think
goodness.
you should be. I think you should be.
The long COVID doesn't help.
No.
But you think you guys got long COVID? Have you done any tests recently?
Huh?
What's
Never mind. This weekend was Mother's Day, guys. How'd it go for you?
that?
Oh my God!
Don't
TJ?
listen to him.
Just for that, you get to tell us how your Mother's Day went completely.
I woke up and ate, and they did, and then I went to work.
You didn't do anything for Samantha?
I woke up and ate, and then went to work.
He's lying.
He's such a liar.
Because he'd be sleeping in a doghouse if he didn't.
Oh, I know. He ordered DoorDash at least.
No, we went to Fuzzy's Tacos.
See, there you go. Fuzzy's is always a good place to go. Get you a couple adult drinks.
Did you get margaritas?
I did not, because I was on call.
Oh, so you have to say that. Gotcha.
No, I really didn't.
Nate, how was your Mother's Day?
It was all right. Not too crazy. You know,
Get
just like-
flowers?
Huh?
Did you go to Golden Corral like I did?
Nah. So, funny story. I don't do Golden Corral. Last time I went to Golden Corral was like a couple months ago, and I had a really bad experience. Like, it was just, the food was bad. It wasn't a great experience.
Oh,
So-
you were one of the ones in that fight video, huh? You were throwing steak and chairs at each other?
No.
Well, guys,
I don't get that ignorant.
I had a pretty good Mother's Day myself. We went to Hilton Head Beach. A lot of fun. AJ's first time at the beach, so that was cool. And then we did do the Golden Corral experience on Sunday, and let me tell you, Golden Corral goes down just fine. It goes in just fine. Coming out, you're the human stomach. You know, we do all these buffets and huge meals and things like that here in these states where food just comes so easily for those of us with plenty of cash, even amidst all this inflation. But man, mixing all those ingredients together does not end well. You get the seafood salad mixed with the cayenne ribs, mixed with the carrot cake at the end, and it's just one big disaster. More like Brown Corral, if you know what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Fortnite has an update for anybody who cares.
Do what?
So Fortnite has an update for anybody who cares.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, this is a sports show. I guess that's kind of sports, you nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
What's the update entail?
I have no idea.
You get to be
I know
Catwoman.
they had a Doctor Strange skin.
My PlayStation 4 just said download complete or up. Was it update complete? So
Well, perfect. So nobody watched UFC 274 out of any of us, I'm assuming.
no.
Nah, I don't really pay. For me to watch, like it has to be like something really like, or it has to be a really good fight for me to order it or even want to go out and watch it.
Well, that's fair. I mean, this was a pretty good night of fights. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see this first fight here lined up. Donald Cerrone was set to fight Joe Lozon. But unfortunately, old Cowboy had a non-COVID illness happen to him right before the fight.
Food poisoning. How unfortunate.
pulled from the bout hours before because of food poisoning. Now, guys, when I see a story like this, the red flags always go up. Either you were hungover, which, I'm not accusing Cowboy Cerrone of. I know nothing about his drinking habits or if he would do anything like that. But in my opinion, this has Michael Jordan flu game all over it, where there's just a whole lot of mystique around what happened here. Maybe he got food poisoning. Who
You
knows?
mean Michael Jordan's food poisoning? the food poisoning game?
Yeah, the food poisoning game, the flu game. Who know? The guy who spit all over his pizza. Who knows what happened there? Dita, did you ever see The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan special?
I did not finish it.
Oh, it's such a great TV show.
You didn't finish it.
No. Basketball bores me, sadly.
Clearly.
How do you start a series like that? Like, I'm just not interested anymore. I don't want to know how this saga ends.
I was not interested in it. I thought I was because I wanted to watch it, and then I watched a little bit of it, and I was like, okay, this is boring.
Well, that's a hot take. I found The Last Dance to be pretty goddamn awesome, especially all the beef he had between Isaiah Thomas there. Oh,
absolutely. That beef is alive and well to this day.
And the memes that come out of that, he's just like, I took that personally. TJ, anytime you see one of those memes where Michael Jordan is sitting there like this, I took that personally. That's what that's from.
Oh, okay. Who's Michael Jordan?
Wow. Anywho, moving on. Here was a great moment from the night. Two-weight champion Daniel Cormier to be inducted into UFC's Hall of Fame this summer. And let's see DC react to the news.
I have a problem.
What's your problem?
I mean, he was a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But when it came to John Jones, he forgot how to fight. John Jones beat him.
He did not forget how to fight. Everyone and their mother loses to John Jones, man.
I guess I'm not taking nothing from him, but for me, that's just kind of that's something that kind of sticks out with me as far as his career goes. He had an awesome career.
Nate,
but,
serious note, you might want to mute your TV so we don't get flagged for a copyright.
Oh, great, Nate.
Man.
Here we are 9 minutes in.
You're probably going to get flagged for all the UFC shit you're playing.
This is from a legit page. You can do this. If I can credit ESPN all night long. You, sir, you're going to get us blacklisted.
By WWE.
It's audio. It is fine.
It's really cold in here.
Anyway, I mean, it's good for him. Congrats to him. But, I mean, that's just for me. I look at it like, dude, that's like your three worst losses is your two worst losses is John Jones. Not healthy John Jones, cokehead John Jones.
I would argue that's more dangerous. A wounded tiger? You know what I'm saying? No way. You can't. John Jones is what, 6'4". His reach. I mean, he could sit from here and reach out my front window if he wanted to.
I'm sure.
Cormier, he just couldn't get inside of there. Like John Jones, you can't say, oh, he didn't beat the most elite fighter perhaps of all time, and therefore he does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
I never said he didn't deserve to be there. I think he deserves to be there. I'm just saying, I feel like that's that stain when you get on your favorite T-shirt that you can't get away, but you still wear it anyway. That's what it is.
He's got a big John Jones size stain on his. I'm sure he won't mind wearing those underwear, wearing the shit stained underwear all the way to the Hall of Fame.
You know what? It's fine. I'm like I said, I'm happy for him. He deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. He held those titles for a while, and Dana White thought let me put him up against John Jones. There's no way he could lose this fight, and then he loses. He loses the fight. So,
TJ, have you ever been in a fight with a guy who was much taller than you?
Yes.
How'd it go?
He lost.
Oh, you got inside of him, huh?
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a church camp. No, he was a really bad fighter.
He was a bad fighter.
He was.
Okay. He was coming at you with that windmill style.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did this start? Let's dive deep into this here.
He was an inmate.
Oh, yeah. Most inmates are usually most inmates, I feel like they fight, but they know if they do anything like severe, unless they're lifers, they don't give a shit. But if they got like a year or so, I feel like they don't really want to fight. They just got to keep that persona up. Like, I got to do this just to show that I'm not a bitch. I kind of feel like that. Unless you're a lifer and you don't give a shit, you know they're going to bury you with the prison. So,
well, that's a big misconception because I can tell you right now, a lot of lifers, all they do is sleep. They don't care. Like they have nothing to prove. I mean, they know they're a quote unquote badass, so they have nothing to prove. He was actually in there for assault. So there's that.
If I was a lifer, I don't know, man. I might start a cult.
Okay, Charles Manson.
At that point, dude, like, I'm not gonna mess with the guards. They'll just make my life miserable, like slap me around, throw water on me, do weird things to me in the shower.
Or you can get robbed with a Glock dookie. Yes.
But if I get in deep with the homeboys, with the dogs, if I start a cult, have everyone chanting my name.
Dude, I've realized people in prison have a lot of times and they get extremely creative with half the shit that they do. Like the fact and apparently they use these things to rob you with. Like they basically, we talked about this before, and I'm just like, who thought like maybe I should shit or put some ungodly shit in a fucking condom and tie it off and poke a hole in it and threaten somebody to squeeze it in your face if you don't give me what I want.
Hey, did y'all know they put lightsabers in Fortnite?
They put what?
Lightsabers in Fortnite.
Yes. Speaking of shit,
are you playing a video game right now, TJ? You're a goddamn lie.
TJ says, speaking of shit-filled condoms, did you know there's lightsabers in Fortnite now?
TJ is playing Fortnite right now, ladies and gentlemen.
That's okay.
I'm a master podcaster.
You're really something else, TJ. You tell us you're asleep. Really, you're just playing Fortnite, going Jeffrey Tubin on us.
No, I was really asleep.
I don't know how to transition from that. We were talking about prison life and poop. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go into it.
Hey, do you know that they changed the Amber Alerts?
To what?
If you poop in the bed, it's now considered an Amber Alert.
I see what you did there, you son of a... Wow. Moving on.
America.
Let's do the highlights of what happened in that fateful UFC 274 night, folks.
Did you find a video?
I found it's not a video of the kick. This is a video of the Oliveira championship fight at the end.
There was a kick?
It was another fight that he was trying to get.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just the kind of...
For me, like, people who I couldn't criticize a boxer or a UFC fight. I'm sorry, I couldn't criticize what you do. You can't say, well, this person... Listen, it takes a different type of human being to sign a contract, okay? To sign a contract stating that the person you're getting ready to fight is going to punch you in the face, and they're going to kick you, and they're going to choke you, and it's all legal.
And if your name's Holyfield, they just might bite you.
Like, there's just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sign a contract stating, this is what I'm getting ready to do. This is what I want to spend my life doing. Like, it takes a different type of human being to say, I want to get punched for a living. That is right there. That's it right there.
That just shows him backflipping, though. It doesn't show.
That's all it shows him backflipping?
Yeah.
So this kind of warrants the question, seriously. Would you rather be a boxer, a UFC fighter, or an MMA fighter? Or do you put MMA with UFC?
I put it all the same thing.
Yeah, us and the rest of the world put MMA and UFC.
I'm going to say boxer for the simple fact that I don't have to be concerned with my opponent's feet. So that's kind of a thing. I've seen some vicious kicks to the face, and I feel like at that point I'm just gonna have to shoot the whole stadium up at this point. I'm sorry. Like you're not gonna just kick me in the face and then put me to sleep face down on the mat and expect you and then you just expect to walk out of the stadium unharmed. No, that's not fin to happen. Did you see
Kick me
that
like
one
thunder.
fighter's face? Like last weekend there was a fight, UFC fight. Dude, this man looks like somebody put his head in a fucking box and they just got piñata sticks and just went to beating it. His face, both his eyes were swollen. There was a big ass knot here. I'm like, no, you're not fit to disfigure my face like that. I'm sorry, you're not fit to disfigure my face and think that this is gonna be okay.
Now,
But I would rather be a boxer because at least I know I don't have to be concerned with getting kicked. Punch, I can deal with that.
I have one other UFC thing I want to get to. Your opinion, male, female, doesn't matter. Who do you think is the most overrated UFC fighter of all time?
All time?
Or so far? We'll go so far.
I'm about to get controversial up in here.
All-time most overrated fighter.
I'm creating content while playing Fortnite. You're welcome, America.
You should be ashamed of yourself for that statement.
Who? Overrated.
I love how he's like, my content isn't playing Fortnite. Nobody watches that. But people will watch me as I play Fortnite and do this other show.
Can I say the guy we talked about earlier?
Are we doing Blue's Clues here?
No, Daniel Cormier. I feel like he's overrated. I feel like he's an overrated fighter. I feel like it goes back to John Jones for me. I feel like he's extremely overrated. He beat some opponents, but when it came down to like the real shit, like John Jones, he just for whatever reason couldn't get over that hump.
That's such a crazy take that you don't respect Daniel Cormier.
I didn't say I didn't respect him. I just said he was overrated.
Stop playing with these words. If you say the man's overrated, you don't respect him.
That's not no. You can respect somebody and think they're overrated.
Jen Psaki me all night long. I know what you mean when you say these words.
I feel like he's an overrated fighter. He was an overrated fighter, and I personally think Brock Lesnar was an overrated fighter.
Oh, coming in with the hard truth.
Wow.
And I say Brock Lesnar because who did he really beat?
Are you kidding me? He beat Randy Couture.
Come on,
Frank Mir.
Don't do that.
Carwin.
Didn't Frank Mir kick his ass though?
No, Frank Mir got lucky with an ankle lock, and then Brock Lesnar kicked his ass the next time around.
Randy Couture was out. He was on his way out anyway.
I'll give you that. Randy is still a legend. But
Shane Corbin couldn't. Dude, come on. Brock Lesnar was an athlete, okay? He was a fucking athlete.
Shane Carwin was at the top of his game, was knocking dudes out.
Shane Carwin couldn't go more than one round. Anything more than one round, and his ass was gas. Brock Lesnar just had a little bit more. No, I'm not giving you them. Nope.
You have to. I'm not asking you to. I'm taking it. Brock Lesnar was especially for a guy with like.
What happened when he
jumped into UFC? Who kind of just jumped into UFC? That was amazing.
Cain Velasquez torched that ass.
Yeah, Cain Velasquez is an amazing fighter, legendary, Hall of Famer.
And I don't think Brock Lesnar's opponents were great.
Also, don't mess with his family. You will get chased down and shot at.
Yeah, because we know how well that argument went over last time we used it.
I don't believe that Brock Lesnar really fought.
He fought the best of the best, man. If you go back and look at it, I mean, I don't want to. I'm gonna hire.
I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you.
All right, you do it for me, and I'll fill in here. Brock Lesnar was a great fighter for a guy who had as little training as he did. Like, just a total freak athlete to be able to.
Never said he wasn't a great fighter. Just said he was overrated.
Nate, I swear to God. We're not gonna do these semantics every episode. You make a statement, you stand by it, damn it.
Oh God! All right, let's see. So I'm gonna read off a couple, and we're gonna say. So let's see. So he fought Mark Hunt.
We all know how that ended.
Solid fighter. Took him down, took him out. Bang.
Yeah, but Brock was on them things at the time, so that's why it was ended in no contest. Alistair Overeem, great fighter.
Yeah.
L.
Cain
believe that
Velasquez.
I believe
Great
those.
fighter.
I believe that was a 2-fight series, if not 3.
L.
Oh my.
Let me see some more. Hold on. I got more.
Hey, just a quick Fortnite update. I've got 3 kills. There's 3 people left, and I'm in final circle.
Oh my god. Use the harpoon gun. I dare you.
That's not in here anymore, I don't think.
Wait. Let's see.
Yeah, Nate, you're in amazement of all the people he's just smoked. I can tell.
Shane Carwin. He beat him in the second round.
Damn right he did.
Here. Beat him in the second round.
Damn right he did.
Randy Couture. Beat him in the second round.
Rolled him up. Smoked him.
Heath Herring. Who the fuck is Heath Herring?
You don't know about the Texas Crazy Horse, dude? Do some
Beat him in the
research.
third round.
Bro.
Guess what? Frank Mir beat Brock in the first round.
Guys, I'm a little
Me
ashamed.
too,
I haven't
damn.
even
Oh, shit. Sorry.
put our banner up
He
yet.
beat
dude.
Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar beat him in the first round.
How
Those
embarrassing.
are all his fights in the UFC. No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry. It's there's not a lot of like Randy Couture is at the end of his career when they fought. Frank Mir obviously beat him the first time. He lost the second time, but when he fought 2 of the best in that division, he couldn't stand a chance. Fucking
Your
Alistair
standard,
Overeem-
dude. Your
Alistair Overeem
standard.
knocked his brains out. Cain Velasquez almost busted his kidneys. I'm sorry. He was a great fighter, but he was just overrated. I felt like he was an overrated champion.
Your
Sorry.
standards are wild.
It's an overrated
You know
champion.
what? He didn't beat literally the best guys of all time, so therefore he sucks.
I didn't say he sucked. He just said
Ah.
it. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean you suck. It just means that the hype that you were having was a little overhyped. He was a little overhyped for me.
To me, I gotta say, and I don't even really know the full list of, I'm putting my foot in my mouth here, but the guy had a look and the guy had a personality that caught like fire. But Uriah Faber, to me, is one of the more overrated guys.
Ooh.
I just finished second. I lost this because y'all are arguing about stupid UFC.
Wow, Uriah Faber. He's a fan favorite.
Oh, sorry to interrupt your streaming with our freaking show we're trying to do here, TJ.
Wow, I didn't see that. Uriah?
Yeah, I just feel like, the California kid, he had all the
He had the hype. You want to talk about hype? He had a lot of hype behind him.
So
I gotta update my duct tape.
I would agree with that. I agree with that because I
yeah,
feel
I never really saw him like dominate a fight. Maybe I need
What
to
was-
go way back, but
who was the guy that he had his biggest rivalry was with
Dominic Cruz.
yes.
Yeah.
When I tell you those two went at it, it was insane.
Those were great fights.
They were absolutely great fights. But like
Yeah,
I said,
I
I stick by what I said. Brock Lesnar. You know what? Let me do something because I can solidify what I feel about Daniel Cormier.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and say mine because mine I actually had a massive crush on when her rise to the top started.
If you said you need to go ahead and just log off. Go ahead and log off.
Ronda Rousey?
You go ahead and log off. Go ahead and log off. Dude, she ran through the entire women's division.
Train
Entire
wreck.
women's division.
Train
Before
wreck.
Before losing. She ran through the entire women's division. Her matches didn't last longer than 30 seconds. Go ahead and log off, sir.
I think someone's just mad because she's really hot and he'll never be able to lay with her.
No, I tell you what. I
In a
tell you what.
biblical
I
sense.
lost all of my respect for her when she lost to Holly Holmes, and then she wouldn't even talk to the media or her fans. Not a statement, not nothing. You don't lose.
You-
You don't you don't be a trailblazer for a sport and then get your ass kicked one time and then cry about it and then go into hiding and then try to make a comeback and then get your ass kicked again
Well, see,
and then retire.
here's the problem. You have to understand, like, some people are born winners. Some people don't know how to lose. So once you lose, you don't really know how to react to losing. So yeah, she got her ass handed by Holly Holmes. But again, she had already ran circles around that division, the entire division.
Speaking of reacting to losing, Rose wasn't exactly impressed with that. See that on the left?
Gustafsson, he was one. Derek Lewis, Frank Mir's trash. Anthony Johnson, Anderson Silva. Let's see. Antonio Silva, Dan Henderson. See, that's a list of fighters. Brock didn't have that. Brock didn't come close to those guys.
Yeah, because Brock said, you know what, I'm going to shoot my way straight to the top because I'm such a draw.
He beat the bunch of nobodies. Let's be real.
Dude, you're so wrong. You're so wrong.
I'm wrong.
You're so wrong.
The top guys that he came up against was Alistair Overeem and Cain Velasquez, and they both beat him.
No,
They
Shane
didn't beat
Carwin.
him, they
Shane Carwin at that time was a monster, knocking everyone out.
Yeah.
Frank Mir,
Brock
absolutely.
Lesnar has he's an athlete. He has a chin. He didn't have a glass chin going into that fight. Brock Lesnar knew how to beat Shane Carwin. He knew he had to just wear him down. He beat him early in the second.
You know what? I have all the respect in the world for Carla Esparza and Rose Namajunas. Let me just point out, and not to be Mr. Tough Guy here, but we just watched two guys pummel the shit out of each other and it ended up with a rear naked choke. And the highlight of this fight is that. Now, for those just listening at home, we have a takedown from the rear and pop right back up. And that's, these ladies are warriors. They would both wreck me. They would both break my orbital bones, my nose bone.
100%.
It's just funny sometimes. Like, what kills me is the amount of very attractive female MMA fighters. It's just not something that you're like, how can these ladies constantly get broken bones and bumps and bruises and still be, I mean, Rose Namajunas, say what you will about a buzzed head, but when she has a full head of hair, she's one of the most gorgeous women on the planet.
Yeah, but hey, if she's willing to put her face on the line, be my guess.
Well, thug Rose there.
So you went with Uriah Faber as your most overrated.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I get it. But like I said, at the same time, I gave you my two most overrated fighters.
But I also get, like, the whole American Top Team and being part of, like, a really good crew and, like, training a bunch of guys. Like, definitely could give that to him. And he probably has some really big marquee wins I'm just not remembering or, whatever. But I just feel like he had the look, he had the personality that kind of made up for him never really dominating anyone that I saw, like, in the octagon. But that might have just been the latter part of his career at the same time.
A hot take would have been saying Anderson Silva, but we all know that's all bullshit.
Yeah, and the Spider's the man. I mean, come on now. Come on now.
Dude, I actually went and I watched that fight, dude. I watched him snap his leg, dude. That shit was painful. And the fucking thing is, like, we had just sat down and ordered beers. And the fight, that fight just started. And as soon as that shit happened, I was like, well, they can go ahead and cancel the beers. We going home. I was like, fucking pointless.
TJ, did you end up voting for NBA MVP this year?
No.
No?
No. I don't watch basketball, so why would I vote?
I thought you put in for Muggsy Bogues every year. That was
No.
kind of your thing. Oh, you're more of a, my bad. You're more of a Dirk kind of guy.
No.
You have a Dirk jersey, don't lie.
Actually, no, I don't.
Do you have any basketball jerseys?
No.
Nate, do you have any?
I wanted a Jason Kidd jersey at one point.
Basketball jerseys, I have 3. I have
Shaq's, I have his Lakers jersey, and I have his Heat jersey, and I have a Carmelo Anthony jersey.
Oh, we share that in common. That's hilarious.
What?
I have a Mellow Knicks jersey.
I have the Nuggets one.
That's so cool, dude. We should show up to a party wearing a freaking Carmelo Anthony jersey.
I need to get a Chris
DJ, now
Paul
you got to get one.
I gotta get a Chris Paul jersey.
Who's Carmelo something?
Oh my god, here we go. Anyway,
I gotta get a Chris Paul jersey though. I think I want his Hornets jersey.
I want one that says "Keep your hands off my mama."
Dude, do you understand that I'm not playing this game? You understand me? I am not going to be in this back. I am going to jail that night. They pushed his mom and his wife.
Well, hold on.
No, I'm going to jail. Me and the rest of my goddamn team going to forfeit in this game because we beating that ass.
You know what's
My
funny?
mom and my wife?
Somebody puts my hands on my mom, and me and
no.
my mom aren't even close. My mom would have kicked their ass.
No, absolutely not. My mom and my wife in front of my kids, I am beating you since I'm going to dog walk your ass.
All right, well, hang on there, Will Smith.
No, fuck that. That shit, when I saw it, I was like, and I feel like for me personally, the league has to start doing something. Like, other than just banning people forever from, you got to do something other than fucking banning people. Because, like, you pushed my mom, first of all, and my wife. Yeah, I'm losing my career at this point. At this point, I'm losing my career. Because I'm going to stump your fucking teeth in.
The only thing I've seen so far, and I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying that the only thing I've seen so far is video of the kid getting kicked out and the video of Chris Paul coming over and saying, what did he say? Like,
he kept saying he pushed my mom. And I don't think Chris Paul would have just said that if it didn't happen.
He said something like, I'm gonna find you or I'll see you later or something.
Like, I would, fuck yeah. I would, like, dude, like, that's like, dude, like, there's three women in a man's life that he will most definitely put you on a shirt. It's his mom, his wife, and his daughter. You pushed my mom and my mom. No, fuck that. I'd have lost it if I commend him for not losing his composure, because I damn sure would have. I wouldn't have been. You're going to suspend me. We about to have Malice in the Palace again, because fuck that. Fuck that. Like, negative. See, and that's it. And that's the issue, dude. Like, that's what a lot of players. And that's one thing I really agree with a lot of these players, even LeBron James. Like, as a fan, you pay your money to come in and watch the game. Yeah, you want to talk shit? That's cool. But there's a line you don't cross. If you want to talk shit about me, talk shit about me. Leave my fucking family out of it. Don't bring my kids into it. Don't just, you want to talk shit about me. But there's been a number of times where the fans have brought, I think one time Westbrook had an issue with a fan, and they brought his kids in it for whatever reason. I'm like, I don't fucking understand it. Like, the league has to do something.
As far as the fans sounding off?
As far as the fans, not like you telling me, okay, you just fucked up, I'm gonna kick you out forever. You can't come back to a Sixers game, or you can't come back to a Suns game. Who cares? That's all that happens to me. No, I'm sorry. You got to be able to monitor or do something and have something in place for the fans. As far as
I don't know what people want. Like, they kicked him out. He's probably never gonna come back. If fucking whoever wants to sue him,
I ain't suing
they can sue him. Like, that's all within your legal right to sue the guy for whatever you think you have a case for. But I don't know. What do you want? Security to beat the kid up and then Paul to come over?
Do what they did to the guy that tackled Dave Chappelle.
I'm sure if anyone actually saw that kid. Because it didn't seem like anyone in Chris Paul's family, whether it was the dad or whoever else, was like tried to attack the kid. So I don't know. Like, maybe there's a lot that we're missing in video here. But again, all I saw was video of this kid getting escorted away, and Chris Paul came over and was pretty pissed about it. But I never, it would seem like if there was someone in the crowd, because I've seen plenty of cell phone footage now of the kid getting escorted away. I have yet to see anyone showing the kid putting his hands on anyone.
But you also got to think about when did it happen, because a lot of times most times things get filmed. It's usually the aftermath.
No, as soon as there was an altercation between Chris Paul's family and some rando, and as anybody would have pulled out their phone.
I mean, it just depends on when. Like I said, it just depends on when it happened. Because if it was a situation where he was just like, I don't know. All I know is if he put his hands on Chris Paul's wife and mom, you gotta die. You gotta feel something at the end of the day for me. And Chris Paul was pretty pissed off. And Chris Paul is one guy who don't lose his cool that often. Like, it takes a lot for him to get mad. And for him to be as mad as he was, something had to have happened.
And at least in times like this, we can count on our, well-respected media members like Joy Taylor to have such a great take on
Stephen
Twitter. No, Joy, I believe she tweeted something to the effect of, "We have people who believe vaccines put magnets in you, but don't believe Chris Paul until they see video." And it's like, how the hell are you going to equate those two things?
That's not even the same. That doesn't. What? What?
I can read through the tea leaves and the lines and see that she's meaning, white people don't believe black people. Like,
So she can keep her job at ESPN. She just said something stupid like that. That makes no sense. That's not even the same thing.
That's not very subtle.
She's an idiot.
Hey, Kimbo Slice just beat Dana White in UFC 4, by the way.
What?
I'm playing UFC 4, and I just beat up Dana White with Kimbo Slice.
Oh, nice. You should be Brock Lesnar next. He's really good.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But who doesn't like to tweet dumb shit? You know what I'm saying?
Apparently she does. But like I said, for me personally, I feel like
that's just one of. She's probably got 1,000 great tweets to that one really stupid, awful, really dumb. Just shouldn't.
She
even
really doesn't. A lot of her tweets are just pure stupidity.
Some are really.
Most of them are racially motivated.
Some of them are chest. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
If you want to be respected, you put out tweets like she just did and pictures of your chest, and then people will respect you.
I guess. Anywho, what we were going to talk about. So, a lot of people feel like Joel Embiid was robbed of the league's MVP this year.
Oh, we're going back to that? God damn, now I got to pull that back up.
I disagree for the simple fact that Jokic, he carried the Nuggets the entire season by himself. Because they don't, outside of Jamal Murray, who's been hurt since last year's playoffs, he tore his ACL and he's been out since. And Jokic has been carrying his team. Hell, he got them to the playoffs this year. And a lot of people feel like Embiid should have got the MVP. But they got to understand, it's not about playoffs. It's regular season. And Joel got James Harden midway through the season. So that kind of like took a lot of the pressure off of Joel as far as what did he have to say? I like him, but he get on my nerves sometimes.
Hey, some kind of way we got to get a hold of this voting shit, man. Jokic is great, better than I ever was. I ain't taking nothing from him, dog, but he is not a back-to-back MVP, just like Steve Nash wasn't a back-to-back MVP. And these are just facts, man. It's other players who having great years, career years, who teams have a chance to win the championship. And if you know the game, you know Denver did not have a chance to win the championship. And that's just speaking facts. It ain't taking nothing from them. It's just the facts. All these people that never made a basket or got a rebound voting, living their dreams through a keyboard, man, messing up the game and affecting people's careers.
All these people who never jumped into the stands and really took it to someone. You know what I'm saying?
The top 75 players all time, let them vote for the MVP every year.
All these people who never, grabbed Ron Artest and just ran up into the crowd and just really tackled the guy with popcorn in his hands.
Let me address this situation right now. Okay. So the MVP is not a complete season award. It doesn't include playoffs or if this team has a chance to win a championship. It's a regular season award. That's what the MVP is. It's for the regular season. Just like in the NFL, It's for the regular season. It's not for the playoffs. That's what the Super Bowl had. They have that Super Bowl MVP. It's not for the playoffs. It's regular season. Jokic had a better regular season because he didn't have help. He didn't have help. He didn't have a James Harden. He didn't have a Tobias Harris. He didn't have a what's the other guy? Maxio something. He didn't have those guys. Joel has talent around him. Jokic didn't. Jokic was getting triple doubles with just bench warmers, guys straight off the bench. If you compare the Nuggets starting five to the Sixers starting five, not even comparable, not even close, as far as talent goes. So that's the issue. Like, and that's the thing that everyone's missing. So if you want to change the MVP, let's change it to let's no longer make it a regular season award. Let's get rid of the Finals MVP, and then the season award goes to whoever makes it to the finals and I don't know. People didn't understand. It's not including the playoffs. It's just a regular season. It's just that simple, and that's what they're missing. That's the part that they're confusing.
And it's that simple. Stop letting these people vote who live in their dreams through a keyboard or never had a chance to even take a shot or get a rebound or a charge. Like, for real. This shit is crazy, bro. Joel Embiid, you got fucked.
No, he didn't.
Let me tell you, it really pisses people off when other people talk about the shit that they do. Like, it really pisses players off that people who are not players talk about playing. I mean, you see it every day. You know, this is a sports show. I don't want to get too much into politics. That's what we do to bug TJ tomorrow night. But you see it with the whole women's rights stuff. Women don't like it when men talk about women's rights stuff. And this is the same thing with NBA and NFL. Like, players do not like it when other people have opinions about what they do. And it's just pretty funny how much it irks them. TJ, when you see an MVP on a team that has a losing record, is that weird to you?
Depends on, did he carry the team the entire year?
So you don't mind it so much if the narrative fits?
If I'm going to be 100% honest, this is not shtick or try to be funny. I honestly don't care about MVPs. And
I be funny. You made me laugh.
Well, no, I don't care about MVPs. Yeah, they look great on a resume and they help with arguments as far as Hall of Fames and all that kind of stuff. But football, basketball, they're not, one-man shows. It's a team sport, is it not? You've got, basketball, you've got what, 4 other guys on the court or 6, whatever it is. Football, you've got 10 other guys on the field. So I don't look too much into MVPs. I really don't. Rookie of the year, that's more impressive to me. But MVPs, get out of here with your shit. I don't care.
So, and I'm glad TJ said this because he kind of solidifies my argument. So basketball is a team sport, right? So if I don't have the talent around me to continue to push forward and I'm carrying this team to the playoffs, I feel like I'm the most. If Jokic goes down at any point in the season, at any point, Denver Nuggets become irrelevant. It's just that simple. You still got to think if Embiid goes down, once he got James Harden, if he goes down, guess what? You still got James Harden to carry your team. James Harden is an amazing regular season player. Now playoffs is a whole different story. But when it comes to regular season James Harden, he's a great player. So for me, that's why I would have went with Jokic. It's because he was really the most valuable player on that team. That's what the MVP award stands for. He carried this team to the playoffs. He did it without a surrounding cast. As a matter of fact, let me see something.
You think it's just a case of MVP fatigue?
No, I fucking hate that I'm going to have to say this. It's a black and white thing.
Oh my God. You would.
I hate saying it, but it is. It absolutely is. Everyone's upset because, Jokic got it back-to-back season. Yes, because guess what?
He had a spectacular season last year. Remember, Jamal Murray got hurt. I don't remember when he tore his ACL, but he still ended up carrying the team. Again, he carried the team. So people are upset because Jokic got it. Joel, he'll get it again, but you can't keep winning it if you have a surrounding cast. James Harden is a two-time MVP himself. So he has the talent around him. You got Tobias Harris. You got all these other pieces around you that are actually good players. The Nuggets don't have that. They really don't.
So you're telling me that this is racism against the whites?
I'm not saying that at
Is
all.
that what you're telling me right now?
I just said it. I feel like that's where it's pointed to.
You're telling me things have gotten so bad in 2022 that we have done a complete 180 in this country, and racism now goes against the whites? I will not stand for this. Somebody get my cane.
So basically, you have. Let me know if you know any of these people here. All right?
Hit me.
So Jamal Murray didn't play all season.
I know of Jamal Murray.
I think Aaron Gordon got hurt, so he wasn't there.
He owes me money.
Michael Porter Jr.,
He needs to call me back.
DeMarcus Cousins,
He never faxed me back.
Nashawn Highland.
Let me a beeper one time.
I have no idea how you pronounce this guy's last name. Pronounce his name. His last name is Campazzo.
Lost the key card to my hotel room.
Will Barton,
Terrible tipper.
Jeff Green, and not the good Jeff Green.
Left me at the club one time without a ride.
You have Monte Morris, Zeke, something like they don't have a roster. Like, well, without Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon, you don't have a roster. To be honest, you don't have a roster, and that's the thing. Jokic carried that team. It's not about what team has a chance to win the championship. It doesn't go by that. Because if you're gonna play that game, Steph Curry, he played a great season. His team has a chance to win the championship. Who else is it? Who else? What about Giannis? They're having a great season. They got a chance to win the championship again. Devin Booker, Chris Paul. There's a number of people. You can't just say, well, their team has a better chance of winning the championship. I mean, you can't do that. It's a regular season award. If you don't want it to be a regular season award, change it. It's that simple.
TJ, do you know anyone who looks really goofy that is really good at basketball?
Sean Bradley.
Well, there you go. Yeah, Jokic, watching him is so much fun. It looks like you're watching Frankenstein play basketball.
Dude, he's like a 7-footer, and it's like poetry in motion. Passes are just crisp.
He's the most unathletic looking athletic performer. Like, it's got to be deceiving on the court. Like, this guy's it looks like he's barely moving, and all of a sudden we have an alley-oop, like behind the back, passes down the lane. Like,
you gotta guard him on a perimeter. You gotta guard him in the paint. You can't just give it. He doesn't like. He has a great. I also feel like his skill set is better than Joel's. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, his skill set, as far as facilitating, scoring, I feel like he's better at it.
So we pretty much agree that the Warriors are screwed now that Steve Kerr is dead because of COVID, right?
He's not dead. No, they're not screwed. John Morant.
Kidding. You know what? I shouldn't have said that. I would never take
John
COVID
Morant is
lightly,
not playing
guys.
tonight. Actually, let me see. Let me check the score.
I would never do that.
You would never do that.
MFers.
And let's see. So right now, currently, Milwaukee. Wait, why is this not updating? Okay. Well, it's a 6-point game here in the second quarter. It's 28-22.
Is Dallas still in the playoffs? Or they get beat?
Yes. They tied the series on Sunday. They'll be playing again tomorrow.
Who are they playing?
Phoenix.
They're gonna lose.
Did you guys know that we broke the code?
It's a bullshit. This is he ain't break no code. Look at this. Look. Come on, he reached for the ball. Come on.
That's-
What is your knees your knees are made of fiberglass. If that come on, man. Your knees are made of fiberglass.
Surprise, blitz, and jump him and destroy.
I mean, that's what
I
it
don't
was.
see the injury. I don't see. I don't see it. Like broke the code. What code? I can see if he took you out at the knee or if he took your legs from under you while you were in the air. I 100% agree. He barely. Come on, man.
You're telling me you can't see that vicious tackle he attempted there?
And then like everyone's talking about how I'm like he just grabbed, he barely grazed his knee. He barely grazed it. It was just like a little tap. Yeah, okay, it's not my fault your knees made out of fucking noodles. Like, what is wrong with you?
Let me play this again. You're telling me you can't see this hellacious pulling of the knee here? Some jujitsu move he pulls right there?
Come on, man. Like, how do you? I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to think about how you hurt yourself doing that. I don't see it. This is why I feel like the NBA is rigged, because stuff like that happens. Like, I'm trying to figure out, and I got bad knees, and I'm trying to figure out, like, he kind of just
Quit spending so much time on him.
Hey-o.
He kind of just like grabbed his. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the fact that people are saying, well, there was nothing dirty about it, and nothing at all.
So for those just listening, if you have not seen the video, if you don't decide to check it out for whatever reason, because you don't have the time, I don't blame you. It's not going to change your world if you don't see this video. What we have here is Ja Morant of the Grizzlies in between two members of the Golden State Warriors. Yes?
Yes.
And one of the Golden State Warriors, while reaching for the ball, happens to, I don't know it. So what? I do see where it looks kind of weird.
It don't make sense.
At first I thought he was going for the ball, but now that I see it again, like he's not really going for the ball right there. He is kind of like trying to trip him. It looks like.
Well, look what you think. It looks. Look, you got to look where Ja's body is, and look where his body is. Like, but I mean, even if
so initially he knocks the ball out right there. So there's
the
like
ball's
a fumble.
knocked out there.
They go for the
So
ball.
look how, so
and
now
then he tries to trip him there.
he probably okay. So I get it. He probably okay. So he probably tried to trip him, but at the same time, dude, I don't see the maliciousness of what they're trying to call it. I don't see
kind of a funky looking play.
I don't see how they're saying that it was like he's saying he broke the code. What code? What code did he break? He grabbed your leg. I'd have tried to trip you too. Shit.
Thanks, TJ.
Welcome.
I don't get it. I truly don't understand. Like, I feel like sports is now it's getting to a point where it's soft. Like the shit with Draymond Green. None of that shit.
Draymond Green, that's another story. Slapping someone in the Peter, which I don't think he's done in a little while.
No, I'm talking about the most recent one in this series here. The one that he got the
what did he do
flagrant
again?
2 for. I think it was bullshit. Like clear bullshit. But I don't know. It for me it's different. I don't know. These players are soft now. They're
Listen,
not.
We're used to street rules. We're used to,
I'm
barely
not
any
saying street rules, but like they're grown men. Let them. It's basketball is not a physical sport, but it can be. Let them fucking play.
Oh, I
it's
missed my
something-
other banner. Damn it.
If it's something flagrant, like something like someone getting their legs taken from under them or getting hooked around the neck, I would absolutely understand that. But come on, some of this shit is just come on.
Now, TJ, this is something I know you follow. The Kentucky Derby.
What's that?
This is a horse race, my friend.
Oh.
We have Rich Strike here at 80-1 odds. So,
Is that good?
That's horrible.
kisses blown for whomever put their money down on Rich Strike.
If you put, depending on the amount of money you put on this horse, if you put anything down on this horse, you get a shit ton of money back. But it just if you put a lot of money on this horse, yeah, you got rich. You walked away with a fortune.
MSN.com, we have Rich Strike, the 2022 Kentucky Derby winner, had his name called just 2 times in the entire race. Once during a routine early full field run through, and once just before he crossed the finish line for the most unexpected Derby finish in a century, TJ. You're sitting there yawning, playing Fortnite. Meanwhile, we had the most unexpected horse race Derby finish. Wow, that's tough to say. The most unexpected Derby finish in a century.
I feel bad for anybody who voted on who bet on the other horses.
Oh yeah, that's right. This, I mean, $30,000, still plenty of money for us normies, but for a mere $30,000, Rich Strike cost the owner 80-1 odds. And here we go. We'll just play the video right here for you on MSN right here through Twitter, NBC Sports, I should say. Here it is.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby. And summer is tomorrow, and a great start. It goes immediately to the early lead. Messier is away running with speed. Crown Pride to the outside. Epicenter's going to be taken.
And we got Alimony on the outside, and we got Dog Killer on the inside, and we got about to go to the glue factory in the middle lane.
Cyberknife. Then comes on the outside, Zozos, as they race by us for the first time. It will be Summer is Tomorrow to lead the way.
I love the names, man.
Second, Messier follows in third, Zozos fourth. Cyberknife is fifth to the outside, and then it's Taba.
Do you understand what that jockey got for winning this race?
TJ, what would you name your horse?
I got nothing.
Nate?
A horse?
Yeah, what would your horse's name be?
I don't know. It just depend. It would have to depend on the horse.
Amber Turd.
He said Amber Turd.
Amber Turd. Of course he would. You know, he's also the kind of guy who would sit there like, my old lady, she's always watching that stupid trial, blah, blah, blah. And then he sits down and watches it right with her. Yeah, I don't know. I might call my horse Summer Lovin'.
Summer Lovin'.
Behind them, Epicenter finds
Had
himself
me a
in
blast.
back here. Pioneer Medina, Smile Happy next, and then send him to the inside and
Summer
wide of
Lovin'.
Mario. Last
Summer
and
is
only
Tomorrow.
after that.
Summer
Cyberknife. Smile Happy.
That's where I got
Backstretch
an idea.
Simplification
Crown
is next.
Pride.
Then comes Tiz the Bomb. Rich Strike. O'Donegal to the inside, and then the two.
Smile Happy.
Yes, bro. Smile Happy. That's
And
a horse
Cyber
name.
Knife.
Charge It is one of the horses' names.
Wow. Charge it.
Trailers up the backstretcher, Marner Road and Happy Jack. That opening half mile was, whoa, blazing fast.
Whoa.
45.36 seconds. For Summer is Tomorrow.
He has
Up
the
backstretch in
the
front.
1950s radio voice.
Oh, yeah.
Up in between those two.
I might be able to keep this voice. Maybe I'm going to do this for the intro next time to the show. I can keep this voice up a lot better than I keep my raspy voice. Then we're going to do this for the next show.
It is moving up quickly as Crown Pride takes the lead around the far turn. It is Crown Pride battling with Messier.
More like Brown Pride, am I right?
Epicenter and Zozos in behind
When did
them.
he take the
Cyberknife
lead?
swings up on the outside. Sandon gets the rail run, and they're into the stretch. And it's Messier, Crown Pride, then
Look at this.
Epicenter is coming up on the outside.
Oh, my God.
Epicenter has
He
taken
beat
the
the
lead
shit out that horse.
as they arrive into
Oh,
the
my
final
God.
furlong. Sandon is coming after him.
Just whipping it.
Epicenter
They
is
Come
whipping
on,
the
you're
shit out
going
of
to the
the
glue
horse.
factory, damn you.
Stride for stride. Simplification down the outside is
They
next.
whipping the
They're
shit
coming
out
over
them
the
horses.
wire. Epicenter's ended. Rich
Dude, right
Strike
there, the red,
coming
right
up on
here.
the inside.
Yeah.
Dude, out of nowhere.
Longest shot
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. You know how mad
has done it in a stunning.
you have to understand how many people had to run out of that stadium.
Forget Rich Strike, Lightning Strike. That's one of the biggest upsets in the history of the
He did
Kentucky
it.
Derby.
He actually did it.
Friday morning at 8
All
a.m.
those dudes who
This horse
voted,
was
who
not in the
bet on
race.
the top horses
Eric
that owed the
Reed,
bookie
the
money,
trainer,
had to
Sonny
run out
Leon,
that
the jockey,
fucking,
have
run out that
never been a
stadium.
part of the Derby, and they have
They had to
won
run.
an unbelievably upset, shocking Kentucky Derby.
I want to know who bet on that horse.
He says, forget Red Strike. That's Lightning Strike.
I want to know who bet on that horse.
Dude, why would you not go with Lucky Strike? What an idiot. That's Lightning Strike. Well,
Broke till I win. That's what I named.
there you go. Look at TJ coming back 5 minutes later with it. Damn, we all got long COVID.
I got heartburn.
Oh, great.
Smile Happy next,
Got
and then
AIDS.
send him to the inside and right of our Classic Causeway is after that, followed by Tawny Port. The end of the backstretch, Simplification is next, then comes Tiz the Bomb, Rich Strike, O'Donegal to the inside, and then the two trailers of the backstretch are Barber.
We're watching this again.
That opening half mile was, whoa, blazing fast. 45.36 seconds
having it.
for Summer is Tomorrow, who heads up the backstretch in front.
Trying to find where Rich Strike even is.
Right
He's right. He's his because his jockeys went. He's right there. If you look, there's a right there.
Right here?
Yeah, that's him right there. So he's right there with the white on. He's coming up the side there.
Yeah, right here. Right?
Yeah.
Furlong, Sandton is coming after him.
So he comes around this. He comes around the guy with the yellow, and that horse just like, I am not dying.
Dude.
I am out of here.
Dude.
Rich Strike is coming up on the inside. Oh my goodness! The longest shot has won the Kentucky Derby.
Make the longest shot.
Strike has done it.
He was at the bottom.
Unbelievable upset.
Dude, the 30 for 30 on that horse is going to be amazing.
His one and only win.
That's so cool. That's a veteran horse just knowing how to save the energy right there.
That jockey has to know what he's doing because there's just no that horse put it into a different gear at that point.
Oh, dude, that jockey is getting all the tall women he wants tonight.
And dude, I don't know. To be a jockey, I wonder what kind of training it takes.
You wonder what?
I know you have to be small, really small.
You do.
You have to be.
Well, you
a
don't have
certain
to, but it
weight,
helps.
too.
It looks like it. You have to be. I know you got to be under like 5 something, and under a certain in the weight.
I wonder who the
TJ, have you
tallest-
ever ridden a horse?
Yes.
I'm sure TJ's ridden a horse before. Yeah, TJ's ridden horses.
Do you like it?
He's in
No.
a fucking rodeo.
Hate it.
What hurt? So I got a question, TJ. What hurt worse, getting bucked by a horse or bucked by a bull?
Horse.
The horses?
Main reason, you know what's going to happen when you get on the back of a bull. When you're just out to ride a horse and it decides, I don't want you on my back anymore. And it comes out of nowhere.
I've seen one where like they hit the spine of the horse and then knocks the rider out instantly.
Wow. Yeah, have you ridden a horse, Nate?
Fuck no. What did it look like riding horses?
It's like asking if you
I
go
like horse.
swimming.
First of all, I asked why I swim. I like swimming. I enjoy swimming, you dick. I don't do horses.
Dude, we need to clip that. I enjoy swimming, you dick. I'm clipping the shit out of that.
You still need to do our clip that I sent you from last week.
I know. I'm
Dick.
horrible. I might be the worst. Who knows?
I like to look at horses from a distance. I'm not getting on one.
I say this all the time. Horses are magnificent creatures from afar.
Mm-hmm. Because if I get on one and it throws me off, I'm shooting it. Period.
I have been kicked by every horse I've been in a stable with. Every single one of them. Not kidding.
It hurt. It looks like it hurts. Like just to get kicked. I've seen people get kicked in the head, and I'm just like, how are you still walking from that? Something had to fracture.
My grandmother, no joke. I think she was 17, 18. She might have been a little older, maybe early 20s. She actually got kicked in the back by a horse, and it broke her spine. They didn't know if she was going to walk again. And if you ever meet my grandmother, she walks, and I'm not trying to make fun of her. This is not a joke. She walks like the hunchback. She basically stares at the ground when she walks. She had a metal rod in her spine for years, and they took it out. And when they took it out, they had to take it out because her back was basically bending on her. So they had to take it out. Now she's walks with a.
So I guess this is back in the day, so they didn't have the body braces to keep her upright.
Mm-mm. So she's had 2 different metal rods in her back.
See, that's why I don't fuck with horses. I stay away from
She
horses,
has trouble
bulls,
keeping
cows,
it stables.
anything that can kick me and potentially kill me. I'm staying away from.
Yeah, that's several years ago. My mother and her ex took my sister and I on a pretty cool camping trip, and part of the camping trip was a guided horseback ride.
This is
And
a
it
cool
was-
story, but on Thursday I'm gonna grab me a drink. Keep going.
Thanks, DJ.
Yep.
You've been a great contributor, and you're nothing but gold from you, sir. And so we're out there, and we get to this place. You know, it's like a pretty cool ranch, and like the horses are doing their own thing, and like my sister and I are like, oh man, it looks pretty cool. And all of a sudden, it gets to the moment where like they bring the horses out, and you actually have to get on one to ride it. Yeah, it was at that moment when I realized just what a huge bitch I actually am when it comes to things like that.
And the thing is, standing next to a horse, they dwarf you. Like
Dude,
horses
I mean-
are not small animals. They're not
No.
small creatures.
No,
They're
you're looking at
very
them on
big animals.
TV like, okay, that looks pretty big. It's kind of like seeing football players. Like on TV, you're like, I get they're big, but how big could they be? And then it's like, holy shit, they're big.
Right. And then you see them in person, you're like, whoa, shit, this is a huge individual. Yeah, no. Horses are not small creatures by any stretch of the imagination.
But
Especially
as TJ said,
Clydesdales.
I mean, they're all beautiful. I have yet to see an ugly horse. But
I've seen couples.
we don't need to talk about your exes, if you know what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
But guys, I thought it would be pretty fun to wrap up our show. What'd you get to drink, TJ?
Goat piss.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Dr.
Dr. Pepper.
always the zingers with this guy. Is that a Dr. Pepper cream soda, by the way?
No.
You from that, but you drink Dr. Pepper.
Look, I know it's not Kool-Aid. Just shut up and let the man finish the show.
This guy. You don't just transition from racism to my video. But we're going to do it anyway.
Some USFL.
Guys, I don't know if you've been keeping up with just how good the USFL has been.
It's horrible.
Oh,
And I don't know if you've been keeping up with particularly just how good the kicking has been in the
he didn't
USFL.
miss this. There's no way he missed this.
It has been. I love this. I
I
love
heard it's tragic.
They need to take these kickers and put them in the NFL because I'm tired of seeing these kicks be automatic. I want to see more moments like this one.
There's no way he missed this.
Let's
That's
set
a
it up
20.
here.
That is an extra point. Well, no, that used to be an extra point. That is a 21-yard field goal.
For our audio only listeners, please check us out on Facebook at Mostly Football Pod. You can follow us, the video version, and see all these cool videos for yourself with your own eyes. And you would be able to see the kicker for the Michigan Panthers down 25-26 with 3 seconds left to go in the game to the Philadelphia Stars.
I
We
could have
have
made that.
here every kicker's dream to get the walk-off game winner that is just couldn't be easier. And here we go with sound.
1 yards for the win. Walker the holder. Good snap.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, my
Off
God.
the upright.
Good. And the Philadelphia
Of course it's Jeff
Stars.
Is that
win
Mike
it
Fisher?
26
That's Jeff
to
Fisher.
25.
Jeff Fisher, yeah.
That's Mike
So wait.
Fisher. It's Jeff's brother.
So not only is he a right-footed kicker,
Talk about heartbreak.
but he missed left. Why
Talk
are you
about
kicking
heartbreak.
left?
See, we were talking about
Why are you
potentially
kicking
just trying
left?
to punch it in, getting big.
What you need to just chop your. Why did you push it that far left? Wow, he shanked it all the way to the left.
I mean, the hold was good.
Laces
Everything was
out.
good. He just.
Laces out.
Oh,
And
Yep.
Jeff Fisher just can't
that's a
believe
Jeff
it.
Fisher. That's a Jeff Fisher's team right there. That is a Jeff Fisher team, and that ain't that Todd Haley.
No, he's on a different team.
I think he got to pit to Tampa or something. How do
Oh,
you
man.
how do you shank that?
So, random question: whatever happened to the old ball coach, Steve Spurrier?
Steve Spurrier.
Is
I'm
he
not
still
sure.
around?
I think he's doing like that Good Morning, the College Day shit. I think he's in the booth now.
He's doing the analyst stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Him and Tim Tebow and RG3,
Hey, RG3 wants to come back to Dallas, by the way.
Oh man.
which
Or-
is hilarious, dude.
Dallas.
RG3, did you watch yourself with the Baltimore Ravens? What on earth would make you think that a team still wants you to play for them?
That's a good question.
It's
Mobile
like Colin.
quarterbacks don't last in the NFL.
Speaking of Dallas, so the Dallas mayor had an interesting take today.
We're not talking about abortion on this show.
He said that the city of Dallas could hold another football team.
Yeah.
Give me the Fort Worth Longhorns, and I'll take it.
If the city of Dallas replaces the Cowboys, I'm all for it. But we cannot have another Dallas team.
Yeah, Jerry Jones is just going to buy him out because you know Jerry's
That's all
not going to.
do. He's going to buy him out. That's all he's going to do.
There are not enough. There's not that many optimistic people in Dallas to have a whole nother fan base saying, "This is our year."
Hell, I'm surprised Houston was able to find a team when they did.
There was another article I was going to bring up that recently talked about supposedly Jimmy G is going to be dealt, in July or whatever. But I don't believe that for a second.
They're not getting. There's no value for Jimmy G. There's no value.
Baker's going to get cut. Jimmy's going to get cut.
Basically, that's what I think. That's what a lot of teams are waiting for. They're waiting for these teams to realize, like with the New York Giants today. They cut James Bradbury today because they couldn't find a trade partner for him. So now teams are going to go get him at the price they want him at.
And James Bradbury is an actual good player.
Yeah, he really is.
Two more things about the Cowboys. Leighton Vander Esch apparently is a free agent.
Mm.
And
do you understand how bad of a situation that is? They wasted a first-round draft pick.
I mean,
on him.
Really, a couple, right? I mean, wasn't Jalen Smith wasn't the first round pick.
No, Jalen Smith was an early second round. Again, another wasted draft pick. They took Leighton Vander Esch.
Sean Lee rarely saw the field.
Leighton Vander Esch would have been there late in the rounds. And they took him with a first-round draft pick, and he played like dog manure.
I don't know how much
More like
truth
early
any of
Vander
this
Esch,
holds, but I was reading something on Twitter today. Apparently, CeeDee Lamb is really pissed off.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So CeeDee Lamb's pissed off. Now the drama has started with Zeke back. And again, these are all things that I saw on Twitter, so I don't know how much merit they hold. It could be just total BS rumors. I have no idea.
That's
Zeke,
all just the Real Housewives of Dallas right there.
Right? Zeke apparently is unhappy. CeeDee Lamb's unhappy. Vander Esch is a free agent. And now there's talk of next season the Cowboys are going to be looking to bring in Sean Payton if Mike McCarthy folds.
Yeah, no, I heard that too. And the thing is, they've been wanting Sean Payton. So the thing with Sean Payton is the year when they were looking for Mike McCarthy, he wasn't ready to leave the Saints. So they had to get Mike McCarthy. And I think that's what they're doing. I think they're going to wait. So I think next year we all know what's going to happen. Stephen A is going to predict it. They're going to play great all year, get to the playoffs, fucking lose, and then they're going to fire Mike McCarthy and they're going to hire Sean. What
is your hard on with Stephen A?
Because Stephen A, there's some things that Stephen A is right about. And one thing he's right about is the Cowboys. He never misses. Never misses. That's the one thing he never misses on. Is the
Cowboys suck. We go through this every year. We have a great start to the season, maybe midway through the season, and then November, December come around and we fold. We do it every year.
Mm-hmm. And your fans are delusional. The fans are delusional because every year they get the Cowboys build that hype and that excitement all the way to the top. Oh, we made the Super Bowl, and then the first round, you get your teeth kicked in, and then everybody's sitting at the night. That's when you get the memes of the crying boyfriend being consoled by his girlfriend, and then you get the crying Cowboys fans. You get memes.
The Cowboys ain't going to do anything until they get rid of Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore was up. I'm going to put it like this.
The reason Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore did not leave for a head coaching job is because Jerry Jones paid them head coaching money. But we're not gonna talk about that.
So I'm from the Northeast, right? And in the Northeast, in the wintertime, it gets a particular kind of cold, okay? The kind of cold that only a hot shower can remedy. So when you get into a hot shower in the Northeast in the wintertime, it just hits different than a hot shower anywhere else in the country. Like, I'm down here in Georgia, and it's like, okay, a hot shower is kind of nice in the wintertime, but, you know, it's kind of like overdoing it. I don't need it to be that. But when you need hot cocoa, when you need flannels, and you need to layer up, there's something about a hot shower that just hits you like, you know, an orgasm. I'll say it right now. The words go leave my mouth. When you're in the shower, it's an orgasm in the Northeast. Hot shower.
Where are you going with this?
That's
I
how
say all
about
that-
where you go with this story.
I say all that to say this. When Dallas fans cry, the tears that hit the ground much like the drops of water from a hot shower that I used to take in the Northeast. When I see those salty, salty tears hit the ground at the end of the year because Dallas just lost the first round of the playoffs yet again, it feels like a nice hot shower that I just took.
50 points.
Oh my god.
Guys, feels like a great way to end the show.
It does.
TJ, what was your high score in Fortnite tonight?
4 kills.
4 kills. Do you now know who CP3 is?
CP3, oh yeah, Star Wars.
That's right.
He's a
If
winner.
you're ever
wherever
at an
he goes.
NBA game and you see CP3O or R2D2 in the crowd, don't mess with their mamas, all right? Just leave them alone. If you see the horse Rich Strike, tell him I said congratulations. If you see Ja Morant, tell him stop, drop, and roll. Next time you're going to get your knee tucked like
Look
that.
at this goddamn. Tell him to strengthen his tendons in his knee.
Hurry up, I got key lime pie to get to.
And if you see TJ, tell him the key lime pie sucks ass. And that he really needs to switch to something else.
Absolutely. I agree.
Boys, thanks for joining me. MFers, thanks for joining us. You can catch us next week, same time, same place. And don't you dare forget, we will be back here tomorrow night for the Just Be a Dad podcast with TJ, Nate, and myself. Thanks again. Talking the Derby, talking UFC, talking NBA. Guys, have a good night. And all you MFers, have a damn good night.
Nate's got a clan meeting to go to.
Oh my God.
I do.